Another year has come to an end, and it's time for YTD to figure out which snack will be king of 2023. You tried that. You tried that. Nick Novak, my pal, Shane Hancock,
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Hello.
2023, it's over, guys.
Man.
Another year, another dollar.
You made
$1
a dollar?
this year.
That's no good.
I don't know what that means, but yeah. How was 2023 for you guys
Was it?
in the lower half of your body region? Pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my first real surgery, second real surgery. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
We do have our body parts still attached, though, which cannot
True.
be said for some other person. Geiger.
Yep.
Wow.
That was flawless.
We're gonna crown the king of snacks today, but we've got the king of segways right in front of us. Ladies and gentlemen.
So, Allison Kazi of Greenwich, Connecticut, is suing Chopt, Chopt, Chopt.
Yeah, I knew there
sounds-
wasn't going to be a second. I knew that was going to be spelled wrong, missing a vowel, etc.
Well, it makes it a lot cooler that way, right?
Because we have like a mixed here that I've seen, which is just MIXT.
In Wisconsin, there are no salad restaurants, so I don't know what they would call it. It's called meated.
Brood.
It's just a bowl of meat with a beer.
Beefed.
They're suing the Chopped location in Mount Kisco, New York, after they realized that they had been eating a salad and she was chewing on a portion of a human finger that had been mixed into and made part of the salad. According to the suit, a manager at the restaurant accidentally severed a piece of her left pointer finger while chomping arugula. So, guys, I think that not enough about arugula. I think that sounds pretty irregular. What do you think about
It's
that?
not that she chopped her finger, but that the salad got sent. I mean, that's pretty...
Well, you mix it in to the salad.
And the
And
place
then,
is called Chopped. You gotta
Yeah.
know what you're signing up for.
Yeah. Have you ever had like something weird in your food? I know my sister found like a cockroach in her salad
Something
one time.
weird.
Some
something
weird,
that
like,
doesn't belong in there.
human flesh, that sort of weird thing.
Like a nickel or something.
This place is weird.
This should be a human finger. Yeah. So would you sue them though, or would you just be like, "Oh, this is gross," and then like never go back?
I don't know how you do, like. There's got to be blood everywhere, right? Like, I guess maybe they washed the arugula after, but like, I don't know. I feel like you would probably see human finger.
Well, I also understand, like, if you're chopping salad, I'm guessing it's like a slice of. I don't think she cut off the whole top knuckle of her finger and left it in there. Yeah. So a portion of a human finger. So I wonder if this lady's just being a little hysterical.
She clipped her fingernails into it or something like that.
Yeah, she's eating a sliver of human flesh. It's not like a whole knuckle. But
Yeah, settle it down. Come on.
I'm honest though, like, would you go and sue someone over that? Seems like an awful lot of work to just.
They say we all swallow 7 fingers a year. Not a big deal.
When you're asleep and your mouth is open, a finger crawls in 7 times a year,
When I go to the bar and I order 2 fingers of bourbon, what I mean is a glass of bourbon with 2 fingers floating in it. That's okay.
You think that suing the restaurant for serving you human flesh is the bridge too far?
No, wait, it's like, but like over what?
What do
pain
they
and
have to do
suffering?
to you to piss you off?
Well, is the salad good? I don't, but no, it's like pain and suffering. What are you suing for? Like forced?
It's horrific.
It's gross, but like, what are you suing for? I'm sure they give her a free
nightmares
meal
for the rest of your life, probably. You don't think?
It's a little bit of finger. I
How
don't.
much
I really.
Did they say what? Did they say how much?
It says unlimited chopped finger salads. No, it does not say how much they're suing. I think. Look, the restaurant obviously like pays for her meal. Maybe gives her like a bunch of gift cards to come back to the delicious chopped salad that served her finger.
20% off next visit.
Yeah, free dessert.
20% off your meal, 20% off your fingers. Yeah.
But like, I don't know how you go to a judge and be like, "I ate a piece of finger. Give me $1 million." Like, that's just kind of weird.
I feel like people have sued for far less.
Sure,
right?
They're dumb too, though.
The one when we were younger, I remember
Mm-hmm.
that was started. All of it was like the McDonald's hot coffee.
Yeah,
right? Like the coffee was they sued that the coffee was too hot, and so this led to like every company putting disclaimers on all of their products, like this coffee is hot and stuff.
Yeah,
that could have been my family. Like I could have been our family could have been rich beyond our wildest dreams. Because I remember one time when I was a little kid, we went to this restaurant. I guess I could say the name. Who cares? This was like 30 years ago. It's this restaurant called Avalon. Novak, do you know that place?
Yeah, I
know that place too, actually.
It's kind of like your standard, like, every town has like that Greek restaurant where they like serve Greek literally food, like a 90-page menu, right?
We went there with my family, and I remember like I was probably 8 years old or something, and they brought out the coffee. Like my mom or somebody ordered a coffee, and as it came out, like for some reason the bottom of the pot just like detached from the handle,
What the fuck?
Yeah, and like right as it was over the table, and the thing like spilled all over, and like the scalding hot coffee just poured all into my mom's lap. And like she had to go to like the hospital and stuff for it, like our meal was ruined. I didn't even get to eat my chopped salad or whatever I probably ordered. But I would not. That's a joke. I would never in my life order a salad. So she ended up going to the hospital and stuff. And like we didn't do it, like we didn't sue or anything, but like we probably could have got like 3 fingers worth of lawsuit.
I don't know, like, again, yes, suing and like to what end? You're just going to get hundreds of millions of dollars from fucking Avalon for what? For what? Put the small business out of business.
Like McDonald's probably has a lot more money than Avalon does.
Your family could have had that 3rd-degree burn money.
That's true. We could have, and then then I'd be set for life basically from that.
They made enough money off McDonald's to be set for life. Seems like an awful lot for burn.
That's what they would say. There was no more money, just said set for life.
Set for life. I want to see how much they made while you talk, Novak.
And actually, the only thing that gets close to this is when I was in high school, and they had this is a high school that I went to at Chad my senior year, and they had like this rotating thing in the cafeteria where like the fries or burgers they would wrap up would like a giant Lazy Susan. They'd come around and you could take them, and then they'd fill it back up on the other end. And so I took a fries and went back to eat them, and like a little ways down there was a giant frog's leg in there with like the end and like the feelers on it and everything. And then like later to find out that like someone just like swiped it from biology lab and like put it in there when it was rotating out. So
it wasn't a deep fried like frog leg. It was like raw frog leg or something.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
So it wasn't like the company. It was some kid put it in there. So I sued those lunch ladies for all they're worth, and now they're lying in the gutter. So
So you saw like it was like green and like
it was slimy. Green, and it had like you could see the little fingers with like the sticky things on the end. Like it was really a pronounced frog leg.
How many fries did you eat from the fry cup?
I ate probably the top fourth of that cup.
Before you saw the leg or after?
Yeah, before. You guys see this leg over here?
I'm just going to eat around it.
Boy, I'm going to be set for life after this. It's going to be great. How much, guy?
I couldn't quite find. It looks like there's a lot of numbers bandied about, but they ultimately settled out of court. But she was suing for quite a lot, and then the jurors were saying they should give them 2 days worth of coffee revenues, which would be $1.35 million per day. But then they reduced it, so it's inconclusive how much that old lady. It was a 79-year-old woman who had.
Oh, then it's $5 is set for life for a 79-year-old.
The woman needed skin grafts on her pelvic region after they dropped the coffee in her lap. So. That doesn't sound fun. The old biddy with burnt up pelvis.
Judge just looks her up and down. Set for life. Whips a quarter at her.
Pours a hot coffee on her head, kills her.
All right. So we've
set
got
for life.
A year's worth of the tops and bottom snacks. to decide which was the best. So, Chad, take away.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm legitimately excited for this year's Snackmore. Like previous years, I maybe was kind of excited or like feigned some excitement or something like that.
That was fake excitement last year.
You seem so charged up.
No. But I think this year it's the most unpredictable on both the top and the bottom. Like sometimes we've had, maybe like the top is a little unpredictable, but the bottom is Robert Irvin Fit Crunch, like, in a landslide or something. But I legitimately don't know which way this could go. So before we get into it, let me pull out some stats, as you know I like to do. So in 2023, we tasted 143 snacks, which is up from 125 the year before that. Our average rating was a 3.0. So if you go like a hate dad is a 1, dislike dad 2, indifferent to dad 3, like dat 4, and love dat 5. Average rating right there in the middle at a 3.0, which is actually up. So we've been trending up. 2 years ago, it was a 2.8. Last year, it was a 2.9. So, we talked previously, like we felt like the snacks are getting better. And I do think that's the case.
I'm going to put that positive energy out into the world.
Yeah, that's right. We just like to snack it forward, as we say. So whatever. So we had 35 total love dats between all three of us.
Wow.
Last year, 132 likes, 133 indifference, 84 dislikes, and 48 hate dats. I think I was
47.
I accounted for exactly half of the hate dats were from me. Our individual averages, Geiger, very positive year for you, averaging a 3.2, which is up from a 3.0 last year. 13 hate dats from you. Novak also at a 3.2, also up from a 3.0 last year. 11 hate dats from you. Good positive year from Novak.
Yeah.
Me, I'm at a average of 2.8, which is a full half point lower than you guys, but up from 2.7 last year. And like I said, 24 hate dats from me. So, I'm very negative about things, I guess. Whatever. Okay, so let's start at the bottom, I think we always do. So I pulled out here 4 honorable mentions that I want to go over. These are 1.3s, so 2 hate dats and a dislike dat. We've got the Nopalia Chili Limon, which Novak was the only person that didn't give that a hate dat. We've got the, what is this? Is this a sport bar? I just wrote sport. Something called sport. Me and Geiger gave hate dats too. Then the Sour Punch Strawberry Straws, which you guys both gave hate dats to. I did not. And then finally, the Think Chocolate Almond Brownie. Again, Novak, the only one not giving that a hate dat. So we had 6 snacks last year that were flaming bag of dog shit.
Wow.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, but it's down. We hit 10 the year before.
10?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
10 flaming bags 2 years ago. So this year, just 6. I will read them to you now in no particular order. Campfire S'mores M&Ms, Beyond Meat Jerky, Robert Irvine's Fit Crunch Peanut Butter and Jelly, Trader Joe's Crispy Onion Chips, Alien Fresh Ghost Pepper Jerky, and finally the Sahove Rezi. Okay, now I know you guys don't know what the fuck that is. So
I do remember that.
Oh, you do remember that? Okay, because
is that the clay pot of twigs?
No.
Oh.
That's not actually. The Sahove Reze, it's like a bar it was from Europe somewhere. I forget. But I went back and pulled out a quote from that episode, which Novak specifically said, I would have to be paid money to finish this. Because you really, really, really hated that one, Novak. So that's our bottom 6 there. And I've already ranked them, so I'll go ahead from starting at the bottom. For me, the Campfire S'mores M&Ms, I have that at 6th place. It it was pretty gross, but it wasn't like I mean, still an M&M, right? So it by default kind of beats out a lot of this other stuff. Number 5, I've got the Trader Joe's crispy onion chips. Those were bad, but I think I was like kind of borderline on whether they should be a hate that. I mean, it's weird to have like onions as a chips, but this other stuff was just way worse. Number 4, I put the Beyond Meat jerky, which was truly foul. Absolutely foul beef jerky there. Number 3, I'm going to say it. I have the Robert Irvin Fit Crunch peanut butter and jelly at number 3.
Moving on up, Big Bob.
Yeah, and we even said it at the time that we talked about it, was that it was not it while it is disgusting, just like every other Robert Irvin Fit Crunch bar, absolutely completely inedible garbage. But compared to like the birthday cake one or some of those other ones, it was not like as outright revolting as those other ones. And we even said at the time that we didn't think it was going to be a slam dunk for worst snack of the year. And to me, it's not. So at number 2, I have the Alien Fresh Ghost Pepper Jerky, which was just so unnecessarily spicy and gross. But for me, number 1, and I refreshed my memory listening back to us talk about that, but I almost threw up when we ate the Sahove Rezi. And it was just so revolting to me. Everything about it, the texture, the flavor, the aftertaste of that thing was really, really disgusting.
So real quickly, what is it supposed to taste like? Jog my memory of what it was, because I don't have any recollection of this bar. I'm trying to look it up while we're talking.
Google the photo. Yeah, maybe you'll...
Sahove Rezi?
Yeah. It's just, it almost looks like, it was like this pale, like, tube, and the inside was like a mealy. Yeah, it was, it's a weird name. We never see it.
It's from like Czechoslovakia or something. And I remember it was like, we talked about in the episode, it's very polarizing. Like you immediately either love it or hate it. And all three of us hated it like immediately. But the texture on the inside was truly wild.
I'm sorry.
Just getting old. We all have to look.
I can't remember shit anymore. Yeah. Okay.
It was like a beige like tube almost, the bar.
Yeah.
And like it kind of crumbled in a weird way. And
yeah. Okay.
Is anybody else ready to go?
At 6, I'm gonna put the Ghost Pepper Jerky. I feel like the downgrade for that is that I don't want to eat ghost peppered food, right? Like someone who might really like hot food maybe would feel differently about that. I don't know if it's just a bad execution as much as my preference type of thing. Campfire s'mores. No, actually, I'm going to put the Beyond Meat Jerky next. It wasn't good, obviously, but I don't have that much of a memory of it. Mm-hmm. Next, I'm going to put Campfire s'mores. They're not the worst thing in the world, but I'd really push them down a couple spots because of how it should have been a decent edible candy.
It seems hard to fuck up a s'more, but they managed to do it. Yeah.
Right. I'm actually going to go with you and put the Robert Irving PB&J at the 3 spot.
How the mighty have fallen.
Or risen, as it were.
Part of me just doesn't want to see Robert Irving's name on the list again. Let's get some. The last 2, I was really torn. I'm going to put the Trader Joe's onion snacks next. Those were a huge, huge fail. I like chips. I like onions. I don't know how they messed it up so badly. It really deserves. It could easily be one of the worst things on here. And I do remember the Sahove Rezi. And actually, like looking through past episodes, I stumbled upon that one and like listened to that part not that long ago. And I remembered... we really did. It was making us sick when we ate it. So I'm also going to put that Sahove Rezi as the number 1.
Okay.
That one was sent to us from our friend Allison, I believe.
So
thanks for that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do Campfire S'mores M&M 6th. I agree. They weren't good. I had recently, I think I had bought 3 bags for us to use, and then randomly it got sent to me too, so people didn't have to do it. So I had a couple spare bags, and I just ate another one the other day, and they were not good, but I'm like, whatever, some of them, I just ate it. So if I can do that, it can't be all that bad. I'm actually sort of surprised when you said Campfire S'mores M&Ms. I thought that was a 3 hates. Like I could see it being bad. I didn't like them, but I didn't think they were like worthy of hatred. Number 5, I'm going to do the onion chips. I think the onion chips are worse for me only because I expected to like them. I like onions. Like, oh, that makes sense. It's a cool snack. And then when you eat them, they're just gross. They're chewy and they taste too much like onion.
Very weirdly chewy. Yeah.
And that was off-putting. So I put them 5th, but they're not horrid. 4, I'm actually going to put the ghost pepper jerky. I like jerky. I like spicy food. It was way too hot. It wasn't necessarily good, but I think I'd still rather eat it based off memory than a lot of these other stuff. We are like-minded in number 3. Robert Irvine slowly but surely is cracking the formula on a not the worst bar we've ever eaten in the year, only the 3rd worst. So he's figuring something out, something percolating at Robert Irvine Fit Crunch Factory. PB&J tastes exactly like a PB&J sandwich. If the PB&J sandwich was fucking horrible. And 300 pounds.
Robert Irvine's severed finger, 7-layer bar.
Robert Irvine's chopped, fit crunched sandwich. All right, 2. I went back and forth here. My conundrum with the Sohove Resi is that I believe you that I was sick to my stomach, but I cannot, like, gun to my head, tell you one characteristic about this fucking bar. However, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think you were quite as negative on it as me and Novak at the time.
I believe that because I'm kind of a garbage bag. However, I am going to trust your instincts and say it was terrible. Number 2, the Beyond Meat jerky. I do recall the Beyond Meat jerky, and I do recall thinking it was one of the more vile things we put in our mouth all year. It just tasted terrible. The consistency is bad. This was dog shit.
When you refer to something as not something we ate, but something we put in our mouth.
I by the letter of the law, I consumed it, but I was not happy about it. So, and then number 1, I'll go with the Sohove Resi just because, by all accounts, it sounds putrid. I even looked at it and I thought,
it sounds terrible.
I don't know what. I mean, I believe you that it was bad. I literally am looking at the picture. I don't even remember.
Probably not much you could have did to stop it from.
So why get in the way of history? Just slide it all the way up there.
All right. Well, there is actually a surprising development here out of this with our good friend Mr. Robert Irvine.
Still second.
Here, so at the bottom with 16 points, the Campfire S'mores, tied for 4th place, 4th and 5th with 12 points each. Alien Fresh Ghost Pepper Jerky and Trader Joe's Crispy Onion Chips. So that's the tie for the Crazy Horse and the 4th spot on the Rushmore. Yeah, and here's the thing. 3rd place, we've got, with 11 points, the Beyond Meat Jerky. And so even though all of us ranked Robert Irvine's Fit Crunch Peanut Butter and Jelly at 3rd place, it still is in 2nd place overall with 9 points.
Can't keep a good man down.
Would have come back by him. But yes,
you fucking nerds.
A unanimous 1st place, the Sohove Resi, with 3 points.
The Robert Irvine Sohove Resi Fit Crunch bar.
He's like, I gotta step my game up. Make a Sohove Resi flavor, you nerds. Okay, ready to move on to the good stuff?
Let's do it.
Here?
I'm excited.
I was born ready.
All right. So this is the first year that I did not have to put any 4.7s into our top list of contenders. I maybe could have, but I decided not to because we had four basket of puppies this year.
Wow,
which is perfect scores. So I'll give the honorable mentions here of 4.7s. So 2 loves and a like. We've got the Reese's Big Cups with Reese's Puffs, and
so good.
That one's so great. Geiger's the only one that didn't give that a love dad, and I had forgotten that one didn't get a basket of puppies. Actually,
Sorry.
I was sort of expecting that one to be on that list. Disappointed it's not, but that's okay. The the surprising result of the bourbon chocolatey tree stump. So remember that chocolatey tree stump cookie?
Oh yeah, those are delicious.
Yeah,
so good. Geiger, the only one that didn't give it that one a love dat. The beer nuts original bar mix Bar mix beer nuts, 2 love dats from both of yous, and then I gave it a like that. And finally, the last honorable mention, the Ferrero Nutella biscuits. Those were the biscuity crackers with the Nutella in the middle, and it had like a generous portion of Nutella. Again, Geiger, the only one not to give that one. Wow. I loved it.
Man, sorry, I'm stonewalling these guys out here.
So we have like I said, we have four basket of puppies, 3 love dats, and I could see this going to almost any way. The only one of these 4 I don't think is going to win, but the other 3 definitely could win. Here's what we've got: the Reese's egg, which we did on Easter. The Reese's dipped animal crackers.
Are they all Reese's?
The Reese's pieces. The Reese's tree.
Robert Irvine's Reese's Frit Crunch.
That's a Hove Reese's snack.
Hove Reese's. Yeah, if that Reese's Big Cup had made it, it would have been 3 Reese's in the top. The Goo Goo Clusters peanut butter flavor. Remember, we did the episode with all 3 Goo Goo Clusters flavors, and the peanut butter really stood above the rest. And finally, the Star Bar. Just remember the Star Bar? It's very similar to a Snickers. It's kind of like a European Snickers, or Cadbury branded Snickers.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
So 4 things?
4 things. Reese's Egg, Reese's Animal Crackers, Goo Goo Clusters Peanut Butter, and Star Bar. Here is my ranking. At 4th place, I have the Star Bar. It was good, but it wasn't like, I loved it, obviously, but it wasn't like something that I've even gone back to since then. 3rd place is maybe that's just because you don't really see the Star Bar in the stores a lot. Like, I'd probably buy it if I saw it in the store. But I haven't gone out of my way to get it. 3rd place is the Reese's dipped animal crackers. This is something I have gone out of my way to get. In fact, right now at Costco, they're selling a giant bag of them. And we picked that up and it was gone in 2 weeks of us just eating those animal crackers. They are really, really, really good. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I went back and forth. I really, really struggled with these 2. I love a Reese's Egg. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite candies out there. It's so, so good. But there can be some quality issues sometimes with the Reese's Egg, right? Like, every now and then you get a Reese's Egg and you're like, oh, this has been sitting on the shelf for a little while or something like that. Maybe because I'm buying them in August and they're from Easter. I don't know. That Goo Goo Clusters, okay? Now, here's what you guys don't know, is that in order for me to get the Goo Goo Clusters shipped to me, I had to buy an entire box of 12. And then I only shipped 1 to each of you.
Here's what I do know. You don't give a shit about that. You'll fucking eat all of them. Here's what I do know. That's no hardship whatsoever.
Right. So
another thing you guys don't know is, in general, the warehouse only holds about 112 packs at a time.
What I'm saying is, I ate 10 of them. And there was no dip in quality for any of them. These things are so good. I love that they're creamy on the inside in a way that we were kind of hoping that the Reese's peanut butter cup creamy flavor would be, but also
Chad, your vowels weren't this long. I don't know.
You get emotional once a year.
They also have the peanuts, which provide the great crunch. I'm gonna order them again. So here's the thing: they come from Nashville or whatever it is, and you can't buy them over the summer. They won't ship them over the summer unless you pay $100 to have them shipped in dry ice or whatever.
How much research have you put into all this?
Well, because I tried to buy them over the summer, and they're like, "Oh no, shipping is super expensive." But if you buy them in the winter, they'll ship them to you because they won't melt or whatever because they care about the quality or some shit. I don't know. So I'm going to buy some more. I've been thinking about these things all year since we ate them and looking forward to being able to buy another 12-pack and then this time not having to share any of that 12-pack with you guys. So I am putting the Reese's Egg at number 2 and I am putting the Goo Goo Clusters just barely at number 1. I think they are fantastic. Who's ready?
I'll go because I have a different list than you.
Great.
Except for the last one. The Star Bar, again, I don't remember it that well. I'm sure it was delicious. I'd like to seek out another one if I reportedly loved it so much. But it's going to be fourth because these other three do stick out a lot. Mm-hmm. Okay. My number 3 vote goes to show how strong of a year this was with these top competitors.
Yep.
I'm going to put the Reese's Egg at number 3.
Whoa!
I love the Reese's Egg. It's very delicious. And I can't even, there's nothing I can even say bad about it except that it's not as good as these other two. At number 2, I'm going to put the Goo Goo Clusters. I remember we ate this in an episode with 3 clusters, correct?
Yeah.
And like the other 2 weren't great.
No.
And then this peanut butter one was a revelation. And it was really delicious. It had just the right amount of everything. So number 1, this is the only snack that I've gone out of my way to get multiple times since we've had it. And that's the Reese's Animal Crackers. Now, my favorite Reese's is the Reese's Sticks.
Right.
And this is really reminds me, it's in the same vein. It has the crunch of the Reese's Stick to it. These things are so good. I absolutely love them. I'm putting these Reese's Animal Crackers number 1. So, Geiger, your votes are really going to sway this one way or the other. So, what do you got?
It's pretty much anybody's game right now, except for Starbar. Which is the one that I was like, Starbar has no chance, but the other 3.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Novak?
Yeah.
Thank you for saying what needed to be said. Yeah. I have the exact same rating as Novak. So, 4 is Starbar. I think we all agree. Again, I'm sure I liked it. I believe you it tastes like a Snickers. I'm starting to worry I have short-term memory loss because I can't place half the fucking things we're talking about today. But I have not thought about it since we ate it, right? Mm-hmm. 3, Reese's Egg. Reese's Egg is fantastic. This should not be construed as a vote against the Reese's Egg. However,
it's still real to you.
It's still real to me, and look, I know what it did to my body. I have a Reese's Egg-shaped body now. It's good, but there's other Reese's, like we've talked about this before, like it's probably not the ideal Reese's product. At least I think so, because the proportions are all, but it's whatever. It makes it sound like I'm criticizing. It's good. It's not the other 2. I went back and forth really fast and hard. That sounded gross. I went really.
What?
I went in and out really.
Cluster, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, you gotta fuck them in the summertime because that's
the old smash test.
If you fuck them in the summer, you gotta wrap your penis in dry ice first.
Yeah,
or else they melt.
Keep them cool. They'll melt on your ball sack. And I did the old smash or pass test. Now, I really do like the Goo Goo Clusters. They're fantastic and they're tasty. However, I have gone out of my way several times to try to find those animal crackers. And I haven't actually, you saying they're at Costco makes me now want to go to Costco because I haven't been able to find them lately in the regular stores. So they are, and I don't even like animal crackers. Like if we were just doing a regular animal cracker, I'm like, meh. It's like
for sure,
sugary cardboard. Who gives a fuck? But like putting the peanut butter and putting the chocolate on it, like it's the old Chad saying of, I wish this had chocolate and peanut butter on it. I wish this was Reese's. They did that, and it was fantastic. Yeah. So
they do it with everything now. Come on.
They're just so good. They're poppable. There's a little crunch in there. The Goo Goo Clusters are excellent. I think it probably does take a step back for me because they're just not as, like as Chad said, apparently it's quite the shipping nightmare to actually eat them. Yeah. So I am in lockstep with Mr. Novak on his ratings.
Wow, that's incredible. All right. Well, here's what we got. In fourth place, no surprise, 12 points. It was unanimous fourth place, the Star Bar. Maybe in another year, this would have been their year, but they just faced some stiff competition. I wouldn't have predicted this, but you guys, you brought it down, and that's fine. It's fine. Tough competition, like we said. But in third place with 8 points, the Reese's Egg. So it's between the Animal Crackers and the Goo Goo Clusters peanut butter. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie.
Oh my gosh.
5 points each. for the animal crackers and the Goo Goo Clusters peanut butter.
Wow.
So
okay.
This is actually this would be the second time we have co-champs.
Co-champs, yeah.
Because we did
year
that
one.
Year one had co-champs.
Yeah.
So
year one.
Wow, and it's deserved. I honestly, I debated it. I went fast and hard at it for a bit.
Knew that was coming. Yep.
You took the Goo Goo Cluster and you played a little game with just the tip. You know, that's
they're similar
came
snacks,
to
but
a conclusion
different.
literally. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
But we definitely we have a type.
And it's chocolate and peanut butter.
How many of the snacks? Like, so where does that? What pantheon does it now join? As a reminder to the listeners, Jed, do you remember?
Yeah, I can bring some of them up here. So last year was the Reese's Crispy Crunchy,
Which I still look for every time I go to a gas station.
Honestly, okay, name them all. I want to see because I think that's my favorite thing we've ever had. But
we had 2021 was bad. The Whoozy What's It was the winner.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
2020 was Hammond's Chocolate Biscuit Bar was the winner. And then 2019, the Nutty Buddy. That's chocolate and peanut butter.
Hell yeah. Gagger and I drove that fucker to the championship.
No, actually, wait. Yeah, no, that was the winner, but me and Geiger both had it ranked 3. That was just you taking it to the championship November. It was there was a lot of debate that year. And then the first year, which was the Cadbury Cream Egg, which doesn't belong on this list at all, and
wow,
and the Tim Tam.
Oh yeah, man, we've been doing this a long fucking time.
We've never put a fucking salty snack.
No. I've been letting down Chip Nation.
Yeah, if you have a salty snack that's delicious, you need to sell us on it.
And two of our worsts have been Robert Irvine Fit Crunch bars. So it's nice that the third one didn't take the credit.
So if there's a Reese's salty chips, then we might just put it up there. All right, Gagger, where can listeners contact us?
If you have had a piece of your manager's finger in your salad, I guess that's going to be your manager. So
your manager.
If your work supervisor came over and sliced off their binky into your Caesar salad, let us know. If you are Robert Irvine. Oh, I like what we did there. Mm-hmm. I'm getting credit for it. I set you up. If you're Robert Irvine, good work. You got a little bit ways to go to get off the naughty list, but you're climbing slowly up. You're in the Jefferson position instead of the Washington position or whatever the fuck they are. Is Jefferson on the... Yeah, okay.
It's kind of 2 steps forward, 1 step back for him. Where he's like, all right, I'm in third place this year. Oh, nope. 2nd place. Yeah. 2nd place on the Mount Shitmore. A.K.A. Shitmount Snackmore.
If you have a snack you want us to try, if you had any thoughts about the snacks we did in 2023 or any just general improvement suggestions, we've been at this a while. Probably not going to get better, I'll be honest with you guys. But if you had any thoughts about a year in review, a reflection back in time for what was YTD in 2023, you can let us know at youtrydat@gmail.com. We are on Instagram. We are on YouTube. We are on Twitter /X with a hashtag You Tried Dat. We're on Facebook with our You Tried Dat group. Really do appreciate everyone who listened in the past year. I joked about we've been doing this a long time. It really doesn't feel like it's been that long. I guess it has been, 5 years now or whatever?
6.
6. Yeah, I'm bad at math. But I really do appreciate everyone that listens. It's a lot of fun for us to do this. And if you do know anyone that you think likes dirty sexual humor mixed in with an occasional food topic, snack opinion, then yes, hit them up and turn them on to our podcast.
All right, that will do it for 2023, but we got another year of delicious snacks coming up, so we'll be back next time. We'll try out 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces.
Yep.